Cleveland Browns.
Turns, gives, jump runs, 30, 35, there he goes, 40, 45, 50, there he goes, 40, he's running to the river, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Nick Chubb! In an instant Browns classic.
Hey, whatever it. Hey, that's what this game's about. Let's go!
The Cleveland Browns are America's team. And it's all over! The Browns are winners today!
What's up, everybody? Good Sunday evening to you all out there. Welcome into another episode of the Bark and Brown Show. I'm Jacob. That's Case. Nick is battling some demons tonight. So it's just the two of us for this evening show. We hope you're having a great weekend. Hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up over on the YouTube. I do know that the logo needs updated to include Bill on it, but not sure I have the skill to do that. So we'll see how that's doing. But seriously, love you guys. Appreciate you all for coming out and hanging out with this. Case. How we doing, my brother?
Doing great, man. I've had a great week. Shout out to everybody who gave me happy birthday wishes. Just been a phenomenal week for me. Go USA hockey. That was a good moment this morning. And I got to go play some shuffleboard with my buddy Scott earlier today. So I just had a great week, man. All
right. I don't think I've ever played shuffleboard. Like it's like something I would do, but like Jack says he knows a guy. Well, you got my phone number? Link us up, brother. Link us up. He does. He has my phone number. He'll let me know we're in. Dude, I'm telling you, after USA, the women's team, the way that win came down with that move to win that match, the women's hockey match, was just insane. And then going to overtime today, like it's cool, man. And then the kind of memorial, the kind of moment they had for Johnny Hockey, that's the stuff gets you a little worked up, right? Like gets you a little emotional, man. Like, so that was cool.
Well, 3-on-3 overtime hockey is awesome.
Yeah.
It creates so much space on the ice, and it's like fast breaks both ways. I don't know. I dug it. It was awesome to see him come up with that.
Josh says, I've heard Freebird literally 100 times today. Hey, man. I get it. So it's been Mike Rutenberg, the new defensive coordinator, has been hired since our last episode. I dropped a short on him, kind of talked a little bit about the hire. So tonight we're going to get into Rutenberg here first, and we're going to talk about some quarterback wide receiver options. We're going to play a game called Yay or Nay. We're just going to talk about some guys, like what we do. Do you want this? Yay or nay? And then we're going to end this thing with a 5-round Cleveland Browns mock draft at the back end of it. So what I wanted to say about Rutenberg, and then I'll let you kind of talk about it, because I know you've done you've had time now to look up the guy, because it's one of those things too with a lot of these assistants. If they're not like retread coordinators or fired head coaches, you're like, I need some time, to kind of dive into it. But I wrote an article talking about 5 things that you need to know about him. He brings over 20 years of experience, right? And to me, that's important. You're talking about a guy that has a ton of experience coming in with a very, very veteran. There's a lot of young guys in there, but there's a lot of veterans too on this defense, running a scheme that's been around for a while. Understanding, I think the experience really helps you with understanding how to deploy the talent that you have, because you've been around a lot of football. So comes in 20 years, started only really spent 1 year as a player personnel assistant there in Washington, but that's really interesting that he was kind of in that role too, kind of diverse background. And he wasn't just one position coached over his career. He did linebackers and defensive backs. So that's also another little added wrinkle that you're like, okay, he's not just a linebacker coach, or just that he's bounced back and forth. He's held defensive pass game coordinator job titles in multiple NFL teams, including Atlanta. He also did it for a few years at New Mexico State at the college ranks, in which he was their pass game coordinator and defensive backs coach, I believe was the other title that he had there. I think that was really important. When he was with Washington I believe it was his second or third year, so it was 2004, 2005. a lot of sources refer to him as the right-hand man of Hall of Fame coach Joe Gibbs. And I don't think he was the administrative assistant. So I know he wasn't like drawing up plays, but like he was creating practice schedules. He was creating presentations, helping with a lot of the day-to-day. And it really shows, in my opinion, points out he's got a big high attention to detail, or else someone like Joe Gibbs would not be putting him in that role. So I thought that was a very important thing. He's a Robert Saleh disciple, which is an attacking style defense, very similar to what Jim Schwartz said. I got a Todd Monken quote about Rutenberg that I'll read here in just a minute. A couple other things. Oh my God, I'm so blanking on what the other things that I had written down about him. But yeah, brings that experience to the table, that a diverse background. I think that kind of matters, that he did some player personnel stuff, even though it was just for the year. What's Bill saying there? Bill says, funny part about Mexico, he actually had the lowest salary of any FBS Division I coach. So he's all about ball. That's a great point, actually. Here we go. This is what I do. I like to pull up my notes. So I talked about the 20 years experience. He's a Robert Saleh disciple, diverse background, similar friends to Jim Schwartz. What was the other thing I had? Oh, this one. And then important, last year in Atlanta, it took 8 games for a 200-yard passer against their pass defense. And that included Josh Allen. They played Josh Allen in that period, and he did not go over 200 yards. So really good at mixing up coverages, disguising things, really frustrating even elite quarterbacks.
I mean, super obvious hire. We all saw it coming. We had zeroed in. But that's also what makes you scramble to go find out more about him, because he was a candidate I didn't know hardly anything about. Even the day that it was announced that he was a finalist, kind of didn't take it serious because the other two guys, at least in my head, were the front runners.
Yep.
Obviously, he blew him away in the interview process. This is about getting your foot in the door and making an impression. And they said they were just blown away by his knowledge of the defense at all 3 levels, not just because you think the pass game coordinator stuff and all the work he does with defensive backs and even linebackers, that it would be mostly focused back there. But he had a full working knowledge of the entire thing. And, this is about seizing your moment. And then when you hear the other guys he's worked with, when you hear Robert Saleh talk about him, when you hear Albrecht talk about him, talking about he has a beyond PhD in coverage, stuff like that. It's, he's obviously a highly impressive individual. And to them, those coaches that he's worked with, this wasn't about if he got the opportunity. It was always going to be when. He was viewed as that guy, So this wasn't someone who was widely talked about in the media, but as far as the ranks of coaches, he was highly respected. So, and now it's about earning the respect of the players. You have to prove that you're a voice worth trusting. So that's the next mission for him.
Yeah, I wrote an article with the Ulbrich quote that you're talking about, the beyond PhD level knowledge of. I wrote at the end, I'm like, he's a very deserving of this opportunity. Like, I don't know if it's gonna work out. I don't know if he's gonna be a defensive coordinator, but he's absolutely earned it. Like, listening to all these coaches talk and look at his track record, you're like, he was with Saleh in San Francisco, and then Saleh took him with him to the Jets. And then, of course, when Saleh went back to San Francisco, he took kind of a higher job with Atlanta and Ulbrich in this situation. Add a little bit more diversity there, but but that's another team that has an attacking front. This is a funny. We're about to lose some defensive coaches to promotions. Josh says, although the Browns in 2 days promoted 4 of their defensive coaches that were already in place, including Jason Tarver and Ephraim Banda to keep them in Cleveland, which is saying something. That Rutenberg came in, he was like, yeah, no, these guys, like, we want to keep a lot of the language and playbook and the way things are structured. We want to keep a lot of it in place, because Todd Monken talked about this in his opening presser. He was like, I don't want to mess this up. I don't want to mess up what this defense does, because it works. I've had to face it 6 times, and it's been a pain in my ass. And so I thought that was really important. But yeah, there was. So this is what Daniel Oyefusi had put out, and you kind of highlighted it. The Browns were impressed with Rutenberg's knowledge on all three levels of the defense and the ability to add some wrinkles. That was a really big thing for me, like hearing that and just like, I know talk is just talk, but that's all we have this time of year. And to me, like everything that's I've read and heard since hiring makes me go, hey man, this might be the next great defensive coordinator, and we're going to find out. I mean, you're replacing a really, really good coordinator, don't get me wrong, but this guy has at least earned the shot to prove himself.
If you were to look at the Cleveland Browns defense from the past 3 seasons, I think that you would say the place you can make the biggest improvement on would be tricking offenses in the secondary. They obviously the fronts have been attacking. You've gotten solid linebacker play, and then you add Carson Schwarzenegger to the mix. Well, we could talk about the JOK stuff, which just got kind of weird today. But their inability to properly disguise coverage and play zone, they're phenomenal at playing man, but they're so reliant on it because they don't have the aptitude to play zone. So if you look at what Rudy does, like, it's a lot of disguising, man. So I think that is, if you're going to add a wrinkle to this defense, I would start there.
That was probably the one thing that could have taken it to a whole nother level the last couple of years. And then one thing about the zone coverage thing, that it will be a little bit different because it does look like he likes to run more quarters than cover 3. And when Jim Schwartz called zone coverage, it'd be cover 3, and not a huge difference, but
a little inverted cover 2.
Yeah,
cover 3.
Jack, he says Rutenberg is earned his opportunity, unlike DCs of the past. Cough, Jim O'Neill. That was not a name I needed to. I thought was going to pop into my head. He said, Josh says, tell MC wrinkles are good. I don't. I'm not going down that route, Josh. I'm not. Although I just did. So there was an article that was published. It was this weekend. Maybe it was Friday. I don't know. But on clevelandbrowns.com, and Todd Monken gave 3 statements as to why he hired the 3 coordinators, Travis Switcher and Mike Rutenberg and what's his name? The Byron Storer, the special teams coordinator. But this is just something that sticks out. Monken said he'd been in a similar system, but not the exact same system because Jim was unique. And they can say attacking style, but then there's attacking style, which is what they've done up here. They've done here up front. And I think the background of being a 4-down attacking style, but not exact, to add some things to that, some things that they had done before that I thought would mesh really well with the current staff was a big part of it. And I thought his energy, his ability to teach, his juice, I mean, it popped. It was what I was looking for.
Yeah, for me, that's the end of that. That's all I need to know. That's all you got to say.
Yep, that's the kind of coach I'm taking a chance on.
Yeah. He liked his energy. You know, he's satisfied in the knowledge. That's what he was looking for. There we go.
This.
Hopefully, you get to hire all your coordinators and coaches like that.
Yeah. Schwarzenegger is about to get some love. CJ Mosley with the Jets when Rutenberg was there recorded 3 straight 150 tackle seasons back to back to back. Mm-hmm. I mean, Schwarzenegger's already done 150 tackles back this year, so he just needs a back-to-back, and he'll be there. He's already got the first back there in the triple hitter. But yeah, man, not to spend too much time talking about the DC hire, but yeah, I'm very intrigued. That's where I'm at. I'm intrigued to see what he does because he's got the credentials. And it's going to be a little bit different, and it's going to be a little bit more coverage based. Jack, thank you. Jack just may have fixed our logo and added Bill's name to it, and he just sent me a text. So we'll have it updated.
That.
It's just boom, bang, boom. Yeah, like just like that. This is just crazy. But anyway, so now we're going to play a game called Yay or Nay. This is Casey's doing because this is what he called it, and I actually really like it for purposes of this show. We want to talk about some quarterback options and some wide receiver options. And we're just kind of we won't go super into depth on all of them unless there's one we feel really passionate about. But we're just going to say, hey, is this a guy we want to bring in? Yay or nay? It's that simple. We're going to start with wide receivers, and we're going to start with free agent wide receivers. So we'll start with some free agent wide receivers. Tyreek Hill.
Nay.
No,
Nay, man.
That's a nay. That's a nay. I don't. So I'll say it too. AJ Brown. I know it's a trade. It would be a trade, but I'll throw AJ Brown out there too, because I have the same reason for saying nay to AJ Brown.
Yeah. Well, and unfortunately, I can't untangle what the cost would be to get AJ Brown versus what you're getting. And he's, he'll be happy for a year and then disgruntled. It's just his pattern here. Skill wise, I like him, but he gives up too easy, and just I can't separate the compensation. So nay.
Yeah, one thing that I saw, Bill said, "Fuck no." One thing I saw, it's like I'm not knocking who the player is in AJ Brown, but you're talking about a dude that the year after they won the Super Bowl, he was disgruntled.
Yeah.
You think coming to Cleveland changes that?
Yeah, it's hard for me to reconcile that. That's
why
I
it's
said
a
this
no
in
for
all
me.
eyes. I feel like he'll probably end up in New England. I figure like if some coach could harness that and corral it, it would be Vrabel.
Well, we know Vrabel was pissed when they traded him the first time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So this is
Tennessee.
His way to go get his guy and get a solid one for May.
Jack, that's what I'm saying. Jack's saying exactly what I'm saying. If he's unhappy in Philly, what would he be in Cleveland? Exactly. It's not a knock on him. I'd rather go take Chris Bell, the wide receiver from Louisville, who I think plays exactly like him. Obviously that's a bold thing to say before he's ever played a snap in the NFL. But the only vet route is to trade for Brian Thomas Jr. and Brandon Ayuk. But yeah, that's my thing. With AJ Brown, I'd rather just use a 24th overall pick on Louisville's Chris Bell, who plays a similar game, even though he tore his ACL in November. I still think you should not care that much about that because I think he's really freaking good. Saquon said the other day AJ Brown loves the Patriots. Well, there you go. There you go. All right. So Tyreek Hill and AJ Brown, disgruntledness. Tyreek Hill, massive injury. We're going nay on both of those guys. Mike Evans.
If it was just like, I'd be in on Mike Evans.
Yeah, I think I'm fine with that. I'm fine because he's not signing more than like a 1-year deal.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be you're here for a good time, not a long time. If you wanted to put Mike Evans on the outside for a year, I'd be cool to watch that.
Yeah, for sure. Christian Kirk.
Man, I know it's just yay or nay, but I started thinking about like what you have to pay. If you're getting it for dirt cheap, I say yay.
So I'm on.
It's better than what you have, man. So yay.
I'm on Spot Track, so I'll tell you what their market value is for Christian Kirk is in terms of annual. They have it set at 5.3.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Deebo Samuel.
I love Deebo's style as a player, but it's not built for longevity. And if you sign him, you're going to get like 6 games. There'll be 6 hellacious games though. Those 6 games will be fun with Deebo on the field, but you're not going to get your money's worth. So nay.
Yeah. Good question in here. Does Cleveland have the money to actually make any kind of real change? They can do 2 restructures and get $60 million in cap space. Yeah. So I don't believe that
they will. They will execute.
No, they will be doing that. Yes.
They will be doing those.
Yeah, they will. So no to Deebo from Jack. I think the right price on Kirk is a yay for Jeff. I like this. I like this because I agree with what Bill said here. I'd rather have Malachi Corley versus Deebo, and I think I agree with that. I would like Malachi Corley back.
I would like him back, but to say I've just seen Deebo do too much. But Deebo's he plays too damn hard for his body. He's going to play 6 games in a season. I would take those 6 games versus Malachi 6 games, but you're paying for a full season, so can't have it.
Yes. Yep. Raheed Shaheed.
Yay.
Yay. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Game changer. And then, I mean, obviously you get the return stuff, you get the gadget stuff, but you get a wide receiver who can, if you play him in a conventional style, can truly stretch the field. He gives you that crazy ass speed dimension.
Hollywood Brown.
One trick pony, but you don't have someone who can do that trick on the roster. So, yeah.
Hollywood Brown would be like for me, it would be a yay, but it would be post-draft yay. It would be like, let me see what I do in the
You don't have
draft.
to make that move early. You know what I mean? He'll probably floating around to almost camp if you wanted to wait. But he is a guy who does he's the one trick pony. But you need someone that can do that trick if you don't have him on your roster by then.
Bill and Jack are in on Marquise Brown. So, okay. Jawan Jennings. That's going to come with a big price tag.
Buddy, he's a hoe, and I want that known. You know what I mean? It's hard to come back from the Shelby Harris quotes.
I forgot about that.
He's a hoe, and I want that known. The I want that known is probably my favorite part of the whole rant. Yeah.
He's a hoe.
I don't know, man.
I forgot.
We need playmakers. We need playmakers pretty damn bad, though. So he might be a hoe and all, but he might make the roster.
He might be the hoe for us. I totally forgot. I totally forgot that he was a hoe and it needed.
And Shelby wanted that known.
There's a bunch of other guys down here. I'm just seeing if there's any of them that are somewhat. That's heartbreaking. Seriously though, man. Like I'm gonna stop this for just a second. If you're hurting mentally, reach out to somebody, please.
Yeah.
I will stay up. Send me a DM, a text, a comment on a YouTube video, whatever it is. Reach out to somebody because too many people feel lost and hopeless, like Rondell Moore did, and it ends in a very depressing situation. And his name's on this, why I remembered. I'm sorry. Jack said he was saying yes on Shaheed, no to Hollywood Brown. But mental health's a bitch, man. And trust me, I know that as well as anybody else does. But know the world's a better place with you in it. Just know that. It's heartbreaking to read that this morning. John Mechie.
Still don't know what he is in the league.
Yeah.
Still really don't. You know, so it depends on what your pre-drafted evaluation of him was. That's back when you could read the brown smoke. There was a lot of smoke in the John Mechie region coming from Cleveland. So they might have interest in that.
I'd be good with it.
Yeah. Here's the thing, man. All these dudes we've said would make this roster. Even the ones we don't want here, they would make this roster. Let's be clear. So I'm not saying he couldn't play. I just don't know what he is to know what you're offering him there.
And I love it. Jack saying his DMs are always open if anybody needs to talk. Bill says the same thing. DMs if anybody needs to talk. Man, I will stay up all night talking to you so that I don't have to go to your funeral. And I don't even have to know you to know that. Like, that's just how I feel about it. Amber says they need to get someone like Jacoby Myers, worked well with the Jags. They did work really well for the Jags, man.
You did.
That was really underrated move they made. Okay, let's transition because we kind of decided.
Well, I got some questions before we do move on. On that list, players that I think that are low floor or high floor, low risk guys like Olamide Zaccheaus. That is a guy that I would like to bring into camp. I think he could give you a solid floor. Is Treylon Burks on this list?
He should be. I forgot about him, but he should be a free agent.
To me, that's the type of dart throw I'd like to take. You don't have to commit any real money.
Yeah. He'll be a free agent. Yes.
Bring him in, find out what's what.
Yeah, I'd love that. Dimey Brown's a guy I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, he might get a little change. He look good on the field.
Bill brings up Jahan Dotson as well. former round one Barry Specials double down. Yeah, man, I could see both
Yeah.
of those dudes.
Those are the type of things that I could see happening that aren't going to cost you a ton in the cap. And, you know, if one of those guys hits, it's worth it.
Josh says Chad O'Shea's gone. Everyone's on the table.
We didn't get to talk about it enough. We didn't get to.
Oh, I forgot. We didn't, did we?
We didn't get to talk
celebrate.
about that. But yeah,
I actually called you immediately to celebrate. Immediately upon learning that news, I called you to celebrate.
Look, the man has a family, and I'm not. You know, I'm sure that was a rough day for the O'Sheas, but like, it was seasons beyond time for that to happen.
Yeah, and I'm not like never had a problem with the guy. He seemed like a decent guy or whatever, but like it just wasn't.
We weren't developing jack shit. There was no progression from our receiving room.
From a team that was bringing in a lot of players that needed some work because they weren't taking because they were taking day 3 flyers and things like that, which are always going to be players that need some work. For a team that was doing that, he was not the coach for that.
Yeah. Yeah, people would always argue that too. It's like if they're not giving them round one guys to work with. It's like, yeah, but they're expecting to see something out of the guys they're giving them. Even if they're not expecting all pro work out of those guys, they're expecting to see something out of the guys you're giving them because they obviously believed in them. A lot of those guys, there are several 3rd round picks.
Yeah.
You know, those aren't end of the draft guys. Those are top 100 picks.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It just, they never materialized from there. All right, let's play yay or nay quarterback edition. Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Everybody ready for I'm not putting that comment on the screen, Josh. It's a good one though. It's a good one. If you just look in the live chat for anybody who wants to see it right now, it's in there. Okay, McCorkle Jones. Yay!
And I can't believe I'm here, baby, but I'm here. McCorkle Jones.
Yeah.
We have to refer to him as McCorkle Jones.
Yeah. We talked about Malik Willis last week, so we don't have to. We all know that both of us are yay on Malik Willis. Jacoby Brissett, would you trade a late day 3 pick to bring him in as a potential bridge / veteran behind me?
He's the veteran you bring in to back up, but if he has to play, you know he can play. Yeah.
Because you'd have to trade up an asset for him.
But he's not. You get him, and he's your unquestioned starter. Right. I'm not there with Jacoby, obviously. Let him and Sanders battle that out.
Okay. Will Levis.
Dart throw. I'm not going to be surprised if he somehow works his way to Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that's like his eventuality is he's going to work his way back there. And Duval.
By the way, them sitting out the combine's wild. Jeff's mad at you. He's just mad at you. He said, "Oh, now he wants Jones."
Yeah. Yes. I'm not a man who will not admit when he's wrong, man. I was very short-sighted on my view on quarterback last year. And McCorkle was part of that.
I said Will Levis, right?
Yeah. And look, that's a dart throw. Like, I don't know what he is either. He has the tools and he can run. He's got, he's physically, he's got the tools. So now that if I believe that Monken is a guy who can nurture that and develop that, bring me some toolsy guys and see what he can do.
Anthony Richardson.
Toolsy guy, but what are you giving up for him? There's a difference there. Like if you're telling me if they're going to give you a 5th round and you can get cool but this guy's got less experience than everyone.
Everyone.
So like there's no guarantees there.
Like even rookies coming into the league. We're not talking about
because he didn't play that much in college, and then so it's.
Doesn't he still only? I don't even know if between college and the NFL if he's even at 15 yet.
That's what I'm saying. It's
like 15 starts.
It's such a dart throw, but physically, if you're designing a guy like a Dante Culpepper type athlete, you know what I mean? Like you could. I'd be into bringing him in, but once again, you don't know what that is.
Is there anybody in your mind that you've thought about?
I just heard a lot of things, like Kyler, You know, you hear names they're going around. Trey Lance.
I wanted Trey Lance last year as a reclamation project.
Mhm.
I would do Trey Lance. I'd do Trey Lance, and then I would draft his brother on day 3 or 3rd round, probably 3rd. Just to. Amber said, "You ready for mayonnaise in your coffee?" You know, I actually had to go on a podcast and drink mayonnaise coffee because I lost a bet, an NFL draft bet. So there is that video of me drinking mayonnaise coffee. Was not happy with it. That was not something that I will ever do again. Joe Milton is a name being thrown in there. To be completely honest with you, I guess it would be easier for us to say who we are not okay with.
This is like the wide receiver room. All these guys I'm saying are making the room better. Like even the guys I don't want are making the room better for sure.
I'd say the only 2 guys that I really don't want to really go down is I don't really want to go to or Kyler. Like I don't think I would go down that route. Obviously, it depends on what does the price tag look like. Did you trade for them or did they get cut or whatever, things like that. Sam Howell being mentioned by Bill in the comments. That's an interesting one. And here's the fun part. This all could be incredibly moot because if Todd Monken's initial reaction with Shadur Sanders was 100,000,000% legitimate, that's what they're going to do. And that's also why I like names like Jacoby Brissett or like Sam Howell even in terms of like, or I mean, Bill said this a million times, Tyler Huntley, because they may go.
If we're being most likely, like what's the easiest route? It would be Snoop.
But I think there's a very good chance because this is my stance, and we won't know this. But if Todd Monken looks Andrew Berry in the eye and says, "Listen, I can make Shadur an NFL quarterback, like a very good NFL quarterback," then that should be the route they go.
Yeah,
because you hired him to fix the offense. And if he tells you this is how he's going to fix the offense, you should go that route. We'll never know that, but there are some indications that he believes that. And if that's the case, bring in a veteran backup because you always need a veteran on the team, in my opinion.
Well, that's just it. And that's the only reason I would has it pump the brakes a little bit on just bringing him in just to back up. You actually have to bring it in and make Shadur win the competition. You know, wanting it to happen and making it happen, him making it happen are 2 different things to me. Like even if Monken has this grand design of what could be, it has to prove to have legs to it once you guys get into camp and stuff before you put all the eggs in that basket. But that would be the easiest route, and that'd be the quickest route to get you a franchise quarterback and let you use your draft assets to actually build. So
it would be awesome.
I'm all for it if that's what's going to happen, but it has to prove itself to be a reality.
What about Snoop? Bill says Snoop and Tyrod. I don't hate that. Always liked Tyrod. Yeah, Tyrod's pretty. I've always liked him.
Can use his legs well.
I was just using his real name. Anyway.
No, you the first time you did, you said Tyrod. I caught it. I clocked that. I wasn't going to bust you on it.
I know I did. I said it, and I was like, damn it.
I heard you. It's cool.
I wanted to say Tyrod from the beginning.
But we don't call we call him Kelsey, right? Even though they came out and said his name's Kels.
Isn't it actually Kelsey and he was just fucking with everybody?
It doesn't matter. It didn't slow the train down one bit. No one stopped to correct themselves. It was like too late.
Same with Tyrod. They people tried to do it for like a week. They did it for like a week and then they were like, sorry, you waited too long. This segment of Yay or Nay has been brought to you by Unsponsored by Ollie's. Good stuff, cheap. You should sponsor us, Ollie's. This is my Iron
I'll chill. I'll wear a fake mustache, whatever you need.
I'll get some buck teeth in there.
Whatever we need to do, man. Ollie's where it's at.
You watched the It Welcome to Derry show?
No.
The prequel It show?
No.
I'm now to the last episode. There's 8 episodes. I watched the first 7. Whoa, that's a while. That's good.
Did you watch Peacemaker? Did you finish it yet?
I watched another. I'm like, I've only watched like 3 episodes. So, yeah, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm getting through it. He just came back to his reality from the other reality. But the problem is the whole military is like Argus is about to go in on his house as he's walking in. That was the end of the episode. So I'm sure that's going to get pretty wild. He killed that one dude by stabbing him in the head with 2 pencils.
Yeah.
That was insane, man. Sorry, spoilers. Sorry. Let's do it. It's time. Spin these wheels. It's
All right.
time for a 5-round mock draft. We're only gonna do 5 rounds. Let's do this. Let's click here. Let's get it on the screen. Let's do it. Bam! Ooh, looks great. Need to put our faces back. Let's put us right over here. What's this look like? No, I don't like that.
No, go back to the board so I can read it better.
What if we go like this?
Yeah, that's way better.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. All right, let's do this. All right. Yeah, I like this from Amber. She's spot on. It's like Cam Ward wanting people to call him his full name Cameron. Too late. Should have said that at the beginning.
Yep. Yeah, you had your opportunity. It's like Ted McMillan doesn't like to be called Ted McMillan. It's like, well, it's kind of it's who you are now.
Should have said that a few years ago.
I'm sorry, Tataroa. But
all right, listen here. Bill says, of course you do a mock on Sunday show when I'm in Indy, fuckers. I told you we were doing this.
We should pick the anti-Bill team.
Yes,
Just everyone he hates all down the line.
All down the line. That means we got to go wide receiver at 6. That'll piss him off. Then we'll do another wide receiver. We'll get out of the first round without any offensive linemen. That'll really piss him off. Yeah.
Because there's so many later. Just so many.
So many. All right, let's get this thing up and spinning. We are on the clock. Let's see. Oh, Cardinal Tate goes the pick before us. Okay, so all right. Okay. So I'm going to let you in the driver's seat for this. And I know you started. We're doing some draft work. You're not nearly in the weeds that I am.
No, but
So I will help you steer the ship, but you tell me some places you're thinking and where you want to go.
I got to see the best playmaker on the board that's not Jeremiah Love.
Okay.
I got to see.
So it's obviously wide receiver. So we'll go to wide receiver.
Yeah.
So in this situation, it's Mekhi Lemon and Jordan Tyson.
I'm Lemon over Tyson. Like that's as far as that goes.
Yeah.
Denzel would be a perfect addition late if he's still there. This is something I think Concepcion's being undervalued on this board. Okay, so go offensive tackle.
Offensive tackle. It looks like we've got our full no offensive tackles off the board in this simulation. So let's take a look here. CC Malinoa for me remains my top tackle. Spencer Fano is not far behind him, but they're both right tackles. Let me say this: what's about to happen in Indy with Monroe Freeling?
Yeah, he's on a
tackle.
Yeah.
Corey Kinnon has said it. Him and James have said it on Daft on Draft. He's the best athlete, offensive tackle athlete on the board. He's a good thing the Browns have the 48th ranked Pro Bowl quarterback. Anyway, that's really going to get some mean comments from some people. But Monroe Freeling, the left tackle from Georgia, dude, I'm telling you, he's going
skyrocketing up boards.
Yeah, I have no problem with him at 6. If you want to go left tackle, I still like CC Malinoa and Fano a little bit better maybe. But
give me Frankie, give me Big Francis Malinoa.
Okay,
let's get nasty. Right. Let's get mean. Let's set a tempo. Let's punch people in their mouth.
And that he's the guy to do that.
Yeah.
All right. So what are you thinking here? What direction we want to go?
I'll go back to those playmakers. Let's see some wide receivers. See what we're looking at. What's left on the board here?
I love both of these guys so much. I do not care that Chris Bell just tore his ACL.
Yeah, if Chris Bell had stayed healthy through the year, he would 100% be my pick here. What's below them? Who do we got? I can only see 2 there.
We got Omar Cooper.
I like Omar Cooper.
I do too. I think He's moving up too.
Yeah.
He's moving up a lot. We got then down here you're starting to get into some.
When I like watch Cooper like block, it's like that's a football player, man.
Oh yeah, he's got
That
the
dude's a football player.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go back to the line. See what we got.
Okay, I'll put both up. So let's put tackle, and let's put.
Oh, I'm seeing a left tackle right there. Give me Lomu.
I cannot imagine he'll be here, but
yeah, I can't believe either of those, Lomu or Freeling. I can't believe either one would be there. So
you want to get? Or do
yeah,
you want to?
Lomu. Give me
You're
Lomu.
gonna do Lomu? All right. If for some reason it falls like this, well, we just got 2 tackles.
Okay, now we got to go receiver.
Yeah, we pissed off Bill already, so we mission accomplished. Oh,
Yeah,
easy playmaker, dynamic playmaker.
Mm-hmm.
Bill is in Indy getting ready for the combine. He says the two names getting a lot of buzz: Casey, Concepcion, and Omar.
We're about to take one off the board right here.
I would not be surprised if Omar Cooper finds his way in the back end of the first round. That's kind of
A lot of it depends on what happens at the Underwear Olympics this week.
Yep. All right, man. We're on here at
You
7.
can get a center pretty easy right here, right?
Connor Lew's my top center. He tore his ACL this year, but again, it is. I don't think ACL tears are not what they used to be in terms of like damning you.
Yeah, but it's also his timing of the year when it happens is probably going to miss his first camp. That kind of stuff's not awesome. But Lou was the name that you were talking about at the very beginning of college football last year.
Who? Connor Lew? Yeah.
Yeah. That was the name you were high on automatically. Let's scroll down here, see what I'm looking at, brother.
Let's see here. ACL. I just wanted to see when Connor Lew tore his ACL. It was in October. It was October 18th.
Yeah. That's towards, there's a possibility he could be ready for.
Got a couple tight ends that are interesting here. Max Clare, Jack Injuries.
We'll need you to block, fellas.
Yeah. You might go a little bit later if you want that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
We got over here. What would Mary Kay do?
Not verify her source. Talking about JOK apparently.
That was funny. Do we want to look? We can look at other interior offensive linemen.
Well, we didn't have to because you had Duncan. You had Jennings up there.
Do you want? I mean,
I would love him at guard. I would love him at guard.
I mean, you put him. If you put,
you know what I'm saying?
If the right side of your offense,
if that's him and Maui Noah,
dude, Maui Noah and Jennings Dunker on the right
fist
side
fight on the right side of the line every play.
Just power right. We're just running.
Yeah.
You want? I'll do it.
I'm 100% cool with that. I got my guard for the next 10 years now. Thank you.
It's got some work. Not great in the pass protection, but that's not why you're drafting him. You're drafting him to go over there and hit some people in the mouth. We're now up here at pick 107. Do we want to look at a little bit of maybe some corners or some? Mary Kay would draft 2 quarterbacks. Do we want to look at some corners or some safeties, or do we want to go tight end?
Let's look at safety.
Okay, let's look at safety. Safety is kind of an underrated need, especially with Rutenberg.
And we don't know what Rudy thinks, of Hickman.
I like Michael Taft quite a bit. I had him a lot higher on my board coming out of summer, but
are we talking free? Like you're going to have to school me. This is the area of the draft I'm going to need help with.
Yeah, you're talking, as you can see, he's more in the deep.
Safeties yet.
He played 10 games this year, but you can see over his career, it's more deep, but he does play some box. And as you can see, it's the coverage. Yeah, I do. But yeah, more of a coverage player. I think he plays really well in both zone and man. But if you're talking about, he's one of those guys. Let me see if it's up here. The stat's not on here. The 2 interceptions this year. Taft's like that over-the-top deep safety that always finds himself in the right place at the right time to make plays on the ball. So, like,
what are our measurables?
He is 6 foot.
189 scares me, brother.
He is a little bit. I thought he was bigger than that. It is a little bit. I think Bud Clark's bigger. Not much.
Not much.
Not much. He's more slot and box.
Yeah.
Eh.
We still got to do that pause edition of the draft show.
It's like I just want to. Xavier Scott went back to school. I don't know why he's still in them.
Weird.
Kilgore's fun. Maybe not right here. Kilgore's a slot. Really good athlete, physical slot.
Well, there's going to be more emphasis on the nickelback this year in Rudy's defense. So if you have a premier someone that you prefer a slot, if they're there, this might be the spot to grab.
Really good and physical in the run defense. I think he's a better athlete than people get it credit for. He could have a big week this week. You can see here, really just it's all in the slot.
You can't stop yourself.
I know. 6'1", 211, 21 years old.
Yeah. All right. So let's juxtapose that. Now let's go to tight ends. What's a tight end right now?
Okay. This is a great spot, I think, for a tight end. I love Josh Cuevas quite a bit from Alabama.
Sell me. Well, what's he do? Why do we need him?
I think that this number here is a little bit low. I think his usage. Let me pull up my Josh Cuevas notes here. He's a guy that he's one of those kind of later risers. He's a very versatile guy, dude. So I've got him here. He plays multiple positions, executes his block or routes from various alignments, inside, outside. He's a functional blocker, keeps his hands clean on the inside, smooth, easy route runner, 6'3", 256 pounds, but moves really well at nearly 260. Really good burst and first step explosiveness off the line of scrimmage. I think he can be you see it there that only got 50 targets, and it's only this 1 year, right? Although interestingly enough, he caught all 16 targets last year. A few drops. He's not a crazy athlete after the catch. And Bill's also pointing out that Marlon Klein from Michigan, the other guy, is probably the best blocking tight end in the class. So if you want to go that route, I can understand. But I think Cuevas is a better blocker than people give him credit for. Really reliable hands catcher, not a body catcher.
Hey, what does that look like? That's wild. People can do that.
But if you are sitting here and you're going, man, I think Cuevas has a lot of upside as a 3-down tight end. Because I think he's a really nice burst first step off the line of scrimmage and things.
My guy's almost 260.
Yeah, 256, I believe, is his measurables.
Hey, me too.
Klein, he's doesn't give you as much upside as a pass catcher, but a little bit better blocking. Yeah, I believe I have him at 6'3", 256 for Cuevas. I'm very interested to see what he does this week at the combine. But gives you that upside, gives you that inline stuff. You can flip him and Fannin in and out. And he's a chain mover, like MC just said, reliable pass catcher.
Well, I need a guy who's willing to do the dirty work right now. That's what I need now.
Yeah.
I need somebody who's going to keep my Sweet Prince, Harold Fannin out in routes.
If you want to do that strictly, then you probably go Marlon Klein here.
Then let's go Klein. Whatever allows me to utilize Harold Fannin Jr.'s amazing ability.
I think Marlon Klein's blocking grade. I think Marlon Klein's blocking grade from PFF is not indicative of how good of a blocker he is. So yeah, let's do it. We take a blocking tight end. I have no freaking problem with that. No problem doing that. All right, we're back on the board at 139. So we've got 3 offensive linemen. We got both tackles, our right guard, a wide receiver, and a tight end. Do we want to look?
We have 2 picks in this round. Is that what's going on?
We got 3. We have 3. Yeah, we have 3 fifth round.
Let's double dip receiver while we're here, man.
Okay, so what did we do? Bill, I'll do it on the next pick. I promise. I'll do it on the next pick. I promise. So who did we wide receiver?
He's wanting to get Bryce Lance. He's wanted to get Trey's brother.
He is a size speed guy. And you add him to a really good athlete, Nomar
We're in
Cooper.
round 5, man. This is dart throw time.
I mean, he's got the size. Look at you just look at the production: 51 catches for 1,000 yards, 21 yards per catch, 8 touchdowns. He had 17 touchdowns last year, 3 drops on 69 targets. Over 20 yards of reception, contested catch rate of 66%. He's got to make a bunch of jumps. Oh, I like that. Jack says trade a 5th in New York for Jameis. Yes, I would do that in a heartbeat. But yeah, if you're looking for a size speed guy that he's going to need some adjustment, but man, he's pretty physical and he's got more athleticism. I think he's 6'3". Yeah, 6'3", 210 pounds, and he moves pretty well. So you want to go that route?
Yeah. I mean, do word.
Let's do it.
139. I love.
Now I made a promise. To Bill. We got to take his boy Taylor Green here, quarterback from Arkansas. You talked about bringing in traits guys.
Mm-hmm.
If you want traits guys, the best raw physical traits combination you're going to get in this class is probably Taylor Green. He's very raw. Very raw. But if you're talking about size, arm, athleticism, traits out the butt. He's got traits out the butt.
Traits Green.
Traits Green. Let's do it. We'll take Taylor Green here. Boom. What are you thinking? Here? We're all offense draft right now, which is fine.
Let's go nickel.
Let's go, Nick. Let's see if he's still there because he probably is. Oh, good athlete, physical, good range.
Done.
Nickel corner. Boom.
You're welcome, AB.
We just did your job for you.
Copy and paste.
Ka-ching, ka-ching. Let's see what we get. Let's see.
They're hating on us, aren't they?
There's a couple picks they're not going. Yeah. They wanted to draft Ty Simpson over Caleb Lomu. Hey, we got B-.
Rather, we fixed the line, though. Look at that.
Look at that. Jennings Dunker, obviously, we have him moving in.
Yeah, he's playing guard for me regardless. He's like, when I watch this, that's a guard.
Yeah.
Nasty guard, too.
So we got our right tackle in CC Malinoa, our left tackle in Caleb Lomu. We go to the athletic Omar Cooper in the second round at wide receiver. Jennings Dunker comes into play, right guard, and make just a right side of line, just be nasty, mauling, run blocking.
Let's be honest. Those first 5 picks are all starters.
Oh yeah, I mean Klein, he becomes your inline guy. He kind of takes some of that Njoku role stuff that Njoku did in terms of a blocker. Then you get a size speed guy in Bryce Lance. You're a dart throw at a guy with crazy traits at the quarterback position, and you just say, "Hey, man, if Todd Monken, this is a great practice squad or emergency quarterback with tools." And then we take a slot corner in Jalen Kilgore from South Carolina, who I think is underrated. I would not be surprised if he went a round or so higher than we took him in this simulation.
You got 5 starters and you got 3 dart throws.
Yeah, traits. Bryce Lance got traits for days. My good buddy Anthony Russo has been on the show before. He went into the season with Bryce Lance as wide receiver 1, and Anthony Russo is no dummy. So, there's some stuff there. Is he wide receiver 1? In my opinion, no. But, there's a reason someone like that said that. That's just, and there it is, guys. That is our mock draft. That is this week's episode. Casey, you got any final thoughts?
No, man. Tap in with Bill Sparks. He's at the combine now. He's waiting for everything to kick off. So it's time, It's rapidly approaching, and now the wheels start going. You got the combine, you got free agency, and then the draft will be here before you know it, and then it's off to the races. So I'm thankful that this sport never really stops.
Tuesday night for our draft show, Bill and I are going to we're basically going to draft an all offensive line draft. So basically our thoughts are we're just going to be talking about like here's some options in the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh rounds, and kind of try to build just an offensive line through the draft and just give you some names and some players that'll be available in those spots using the consensus board. So you can get just like a little bit of a deeper look at the offensive line class. So that is our plans for Tuesday night show. So we appreciate you guys so very much. Thank you so much for giving some of your time to us. We love you all. We'll see you again on Tuesday for the draft show. So for Casey, I'm Jacob, and Bill and Nick are out doing whatever Bill and Nick are out doing. We love you guys.